Howdy. I think I was supposed to come on here and like verbalize some kind of like advice, something like that. Like this is, I had to restart this thing. You know how Bluetooth is. You get in the car, Bluetooth takeover, Third Reich, invasion, Vietnam, Alien versus Predator, just freaking, chopper, get to the chopper, goddammit. Yes, this was supposed to be, so I was supposed to come on here and go to my Maps app and figure out how I can pay this ticket, because I was accidentally speeding in a school zone, and they caught me without a vehicle registration. I had the wrong freaking one in my car. I had last year's one in my car, and so I have to go handle some shit. And this is... Okay, so before I actually get into that, I need to shift focus, because I can't do two things at once to the best of my ability. So I need to figure out freaking courthouse, right? Broward County Courthouse. Closed till Monday. Holy hell, are you gotta be kidding me? You gotta be kidding me? Yeah? Holy hell. Freaking Saturday, Sunday closed. Okay, is there another place I can go? You see, okay. Well, there's not. There is not another place I can go if I want to go handle the adult shit that I gotta go handle right now. And that is A-okay. You know what? That's A-okay. And so here's my whole dilemma problema, right? I have the ability to be very type A, right? Very organized. I like things neat. I like things, color coordinated and categorized. I like having my P's and Q's, my T's and I's. I like everything dotted and crossed and okay? I like things like this. And so some people go about getting this kind of thing by delegating that to somebody else to somehow inseminate that into their lives. They delegate it to somebody else to sort of bring about that organization. Other people such as myself, they roll up their sleeves, or better yet, they just do it sweaty, okay? They do it themselves. Where was I going with that? I just remembered. I don't want to have this sort of ticket thing hanging over me in any capacity whatsoever. I want this thing out of my hair, out of my life. I don't want this thing. I don't want this pink slip freaking paper. I don't want this citation sitting on or in my desk. I want to have it gone. I want to have it in a folder or just thrown away and shredded. Just out of my life. I don't want it to be this thing that I wake up to, that, I don't want to have the same alarms ever. Okay? I only ever want new alarms. That's how I like to live my life. New alarms only. Old alarms, that is some shit. Bugs me, rubs me raw, rubs me wrong. Okay, so this was I came on here because I needed to talk. I needed to pop open. Because this is how I will work. Okay, I will work in a very introverted kind of way. Dude, I'm an ambivert. Okay, I'm a switch hitter. All right, I'm a switch hitter on them. I'll tell you that much for certain. I'm a quiet guy, I'm a quiet guy as much as the rest of them. When I go to the movie theater, you ain't hearing me saying. If I'm locked up, I won't finish the sentence. type guy, okay? But I flip on him, okay? I pop out, all right? I pop out, I explode. Dynamicism, okay? Firecracker. The excrement firecracker. All right, that is... I'm multidimensional, okay? I'm multifaceted. I'm a versatile tool, I am. And sometimes, right, there is an introverted, very silently sort of operator within me. And this dude will, he'll be like, he'll be thinking, what the hell's going in the square hole? Oh, is the moon shape going in the square hole? And I don't know. I don't know what this dude is doing, okay? This is the kind of dude that he's there to teach me a lesson. Okay? He's there to provide like a lesson in patience. He's there to highlight where I still get caught in the world, right? Anything that rubs you the wrong way, anything that, can make you angry or can get you hot, steamy, and bothered, that's an area in life where you still get hung up, you get caught into, and it's a problem area for your personality, your character level, or whatever, however you want to put it. That's a problem area. So if I were some kind of like manager, and I look over and there's like an old guy who's working really slow, and I happen to be bothered by that, I think to myself all the time, like, it's not anybody's fault but my own. Everything. There's nothing on planet Earth that I try and think, like, that is, maybe like, oh, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. Ugh. Oh, my God. It's just, it was going to be a funny joke in my mind before, but, it wouldn't have come out the right way, so now it's just, let it be, let it be. I'm going to drop that in the past. So that slow worker, in this analogy, I'm a manager, it's nobody else's fault. My own sort of emotional whatever to a situation, it's nobody else's fault but my own. And so if I somehow get upset, because out there externally is an old person who's supposed to be working faster, and I'm the manager in OE. It's a me problem. It's a me problem. First of all, I'm not a manager and would not like to be one. Second of all, I've been in both of these people's shoes, and what I've recognized, from that old person's perspective is like, first of all, why am I working harder to do something that I don't want to do? That's one. And invalid, whatever. Two is, why is that, why is that managerial role? Why do they feel responsible for the other entities in the building? The profits ain't going up, dude. Everybody's got to speed the fuck up. Holy shit. We're losing money. Time is money. I swear to God, if you're operating through that sort of anxious, high vibrational, sort of turbulent operating system, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right. You are actively making the world a worse place. You are actively injecting trauma into the world. So just take a step back, Take a step back. Don't pass on the generational curses. The people with the powers that be are operating, it's a trickle-down system. They're trickling down some kind of chemical reaction within you that makes you spaz out and you inflict pain and suffering on other people. You want that to end with you, okay? You want that to end with you. You don't let that trickle down onto whoever else. That's 1. 2, to do that, you need to go, you need to turn in the direction and find the humanity in whoever gave that, whoever gave you that telephone call, whoever gave you that telephone message in the telephone gamer plan. You need to turn to that person and you need to find the humanity inside of them, and you need to reach beyond the roles. Go eye to eye on them. Say, hey, dude, this is fucked up, right? We're operating under some really crazy shit right now, right? Right? You know that, right? What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we doing this? Okay. Let's go into the unknown together, right? Dude, let's ditch the recipe. It tastes like shit. We've had it 100 times. Let's tweak this shit. We've had the recipe. It sucks. When are we gonna stop saying it's okay and that it's good even? Holy hell! Who are we trying to convince? Who's to be persuaded here, bro? Because at the end of it, I don't know. At the end of it, the beginning, the middle, we're lying to ourselves, and we're just. What are we doing? What are we doing? At what point along the line can we punch through, create a wormhole to some later event where we think to ourselves, holy shit, the thing that we thought mattered in this moment wasn't the thing that mattered at all. At all. I hate to be that guy. I hate to be the guy, because this is something you take for granted. It gets trivialized like this, but it's like, dude, if you had to go to somebody's if you had to be at somebody's funeral, and it was the day of somebody else's funeral that you loved, would anything that you're fucking thinking of right now, is that of any significance at all? Or is it just some random little horse shit that's distracting you from something, something else? Because I guarantee you this. The kind of thing that is on your mind right now, that is pulling you so freaking, hey, that it's this little crazy monkey that you don't want to hurt. You're a great ape. You are a great ape. And sure, the great ape can grab the monkey and freaking, you remember Hulk versus Loki? You remember that freaking... I had to look around after that one, dude. I swear to God, if anybody saw what I just did in the, in the private sector of my car, dude, I swear to God, they would have asked me if I'm okay. That would have altered the perception of me forever. To the extent that I would think about it. Anyways, yes, okay? So there is a little tiny baby monkey in your mind, and you're a great ape, and you could totally Hulk versus Loki that shit, but you don't want to hurt it. Okay, but this little monkey, he's taking hold of your mind. He's shifting into maximum overdrive on lesser, things of lesser importance. And it happens time and 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 time again. to where, dude, there's literally a sort of like philosophy out there. I've seen it on Reddit. There's people, they call it the 2-minute rule. And generally the 2-minute rule is like the first stepping stone to like a lazy person. Maybe, right? Maybe. You know, the kind of person that sees, you know, they see things and they don't, there's not much upkeep with their life. You know, things fall into disarray and they stay in disarray for long periods of time. They say, they're the kind of person that pushes a lot of things over until later. That's for future me to do. Future me will handle that later. I don't have the energy or the time right now. First and foremost, how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you find yourself pushing things off for later, because you've deemed something else that's happening in the future more important than what you've got going on in front of you right now, hey, we're disillusioned right at this point. Okay? You don't want to find yourself in the state of being rushed. You don't want to find yourself being in the state where you're rushing to do what? Rushing to do what? Why are you not taking your time? Why are you not being... Why? You know, why? Where does it come from? What is the sort of pain? Why does that thing that's in the future as opposed to what's happening now? Why do we have that as the answer? Why is that the thing, right? You know, why is that where the dopamine is? Why is that where the serotonin is? Why is that where the oxytocin is? Why is that where the endorphins are? Why is that why is that the thing that we're reaching, craving, crawling? Why, why is that the sort of object of desire? Why is it in the future? Why do we put the blinders on? Why can we not see through that veil? Come back in 30 days. I might have an answer for you. Okay. So there's a 2-minute philosophy. They say, if it takes you 2 minutes to do it now. You know, if it takes less than 2 minutes to do, just do it now. I don't know exactly where I fall on my beliefs of that. Because here's what I got going on. I think if you do that, your life can very well become a sort of, you just do all these sort of menial things until I don't know. You know, I think I don't think it's bad. I think you get to the same place regardless, actually. I think that once, if you live your life in that sort of do all of the 2-minute tasks until whatever, you're going to run out of 2-minute tasks one day, and then you're going to be fucking smacked in the head, the back of the head or the face with the brick of the main thing that has been staring you in the back of the head of your life. You do enough of those 2-minute little things, all those little things, eventually, boom, the big honcho jack reveals itself, and you're like, oh yeah, holy hell, I have found not the kernel, but I have found the mitochondria. I have found the malignant tumor of my life. I have found the main quest of my life that somehow I couldn't see before. Holy hell. Wow. Okay. All right, I see you. And so that's what this was. Okay? I don't know how to end this, but I feel like we're coming to an end here. I feel like I kind of want to wrap this up right here. So I guess I'll go into a conclusion of some sort, right? When you conclude things, you sort of pick up this. My intentions with this one was to, first of all, I wanted to make something for a version of me that is dealing with a lot of noise, is dealing with a lot of fuzz, whether that's mental fuzz or psychological fuzz or just like the kind of sense of just not knowing anymore, being kind of numb to life, numb to the present moment, you know, sort of like, what do we do now kind of thing. I made this for you. And, you know, funnily enough, what I have noticed is if you have made it this far along this thing, I have done exactly what I wanted to do properly. I have made something engaging enough and perhaps like entertaining enough for you to go all the way through it. But in my own life, I recognize I've probably failed. Like, the real-time version of me has probably failed. Because there's a whole thing about this thing. When you get the message, you hang up the phone. Dude, I'm supposed to be a sort of liaison for you. I'm supposed to be just a door opener for you. I'm just supposed to, like, pop open the window, you feel the breeze, and that's supposed to sort of, like, take the dandelion that you are and blow you to wherever it is you're supposed to go. And so if we're here right now, dude, if we're here right now, you know, one of us is gonna hit that fucking button, dude. One of us is gonna hit that button. And so I'll just be raw. I'll be real with you. Up until the end, goddammit. Because I want to love you. I want to love you like there's only one of us. I want to love you like you are me and I am you. Dude, I've done some heinous shit in my life. I have done some real slime ball, just... I don't know if I'd go as far as to say, like, demonic. But, like, betrayal. Like, I've done some slime ball shit, dude. Just some, like... I have participated in the suffering, the negativity, the pain, you know, of other people. Just, you know, being impatient and just sort of, like, rubbing other people raw. Giving them, like, Indian burns, you know... emotionally, or just like, you know, not treating life with benevolence, with a sense of like, you know, cherishing and love, you know, with sort of preciousness that life truly deserves to be treated with. So for that, I apologize. But apologies don't mean shit unless there's some sort of behavioral change that goes along with it. Because I could say sorry a trillion million times, and you could be the type of person who can't walk away. You don't have the strength, you don't have the ability yet, and I could be taking full advantage of you. Someone could be taking full advantage of me because I don't have, you know, I'm reliant on another source of power. I don't have the battery pack. I don't have the goddamn Iron Man. I don't have the freaking thing in my chest that powers me. Okay, I get my source. You know, it comes from, you know, externally. And so, and you know, if that's the case, then I'm always leaning on another person. And dude, we need kindness, we need benevolence, we need compassion. And so I'm not going to hit that button on you. I'm not hitting that button on you. I'm holding on to you. I'm holding on to you like Chihiro and the Haku River in the sky. I remember your little shoe. I remember when you fell into the river. We saved each other. I love you. Let's fucking fly. Yo, Chihiro, which one of these pigs is your family? None of them. You can't fool me. None of them my fam, boy. Kidding me? You ain't think I know them? You don't think I know my own folk? Ain't them? Whatever. Alright, okay. So, on that note, because the courthouse is closed, and this thing just has to sit on my mind until Monday. I'm gonna be okay with that. Right? I'm gonna be okay with that. And I am going to meditate on your glory, sir. And I'm going to figure out my next move. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be thoughtful. And I'm going to think. I'm going to assess what I want to make a mindful move. I don't want to make an unconscious move. I want to hit everything with a hammer and a nail gun and a paintbrush. And I want to be sure that what it is that I'm doing is something that I really want to do, as opposed to find myself as a sort of backseat driver and critic to my own life. Why are we doing this? What the fuck is this for? Okay. So this was for you. This was for me. This was for us, bitch. I had a lot of fun doing this. It felt amazing. To make this. If you were here for the sort of entertainment aspect of it, I hope you enjoyed it too. I mean, if you hear this long, you probably did. So, kudos to us, baby. And then if this happened to be the initial reason why I even started recording was that it was supposed to, open the window and sort of, get that person along, give them some sort of, illuminate the path forward, their particular unique path forward in their life. And hallelujah, baby. Okay. So that's it. That's that. I am gone with the wind. I am gone like Donkey Kong. I am happy llama, sad llama. Lovely llama, love you mama. Deuces. There was one more that I said earlier that I want to try and... Dude, we're going to this might be a little cringe, but we're going to figure it out together, right? There was one that I said about Mace Windu at one point in time, and I want to figure out what that one is. Maybe that could be my new calling card. My new tagline, my new ad-lib. Mace Windu. What rhymes with Mace Windu? Oh, God. It ain't perfect, but I don't mind, because it's worth it. Who really has the time that I'm? It ain't perfect, but I don't mind. But really I'm bugging, making something out of nothing. You know what? How you do anything is how you do everything. Damn, dude, I'm caught by my own philosophy. I'm caught by a piece of philosophy that I gave myself. Okay, so get this. How you do anything is how you do everything. I made a recording before where I said this exact verbiage, verbatim, the thing that I'm trying to end this sort of thing with, right? And so I have the power to make this just how I want, right? I have the power to pause this recording, go to the end of the other recording, freaking listen to it, come back here, make a small incision, edit it very lightly. And then I could just without a doubt, I can say that I put, that I put what I put into this has gone into this. Dude. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. Holy. Without further ado, Mace Windu. Oh, that's what I wanted to end with. Oh, okay. Without further ado, Mace Windu. Okay. Yeah. Without further ado, Mace Windu. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, man. I know, it's kind of anticlimactic. God damn it. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. I hope today's the best one. $7962. I'm good. How are you? The wind is blowing and I'm going. Let's get some pizza. Forget the pizza. Let's have pasta. I'm feeling all right. I'm no imposter. All right. Before this gets too long, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna skedaddle. I'm gonna see you later, alligator. Deuces, bro.